Hey everybody, welcome back here to A Place to Heal. Okay, so I had a friend that got me a bunch of organic ginger. And I'm like, okay, so what am I going to do with this? Because I don't want all this ginger to go to waste, and there's no way I'm going to juice all that. So I'm going to show you guys how to make ginger oil and how to use it for a bunch of stuff in your life. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to peel and cut your ginger. See how mine's cut and peeled. So I'm taking basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6 handfuls, and I'm going to grab that piece I dropped. Okay, so that's about six nice handfuls of ginger, and it filled up about my crock pot about halfway. All right, so I've got one of these little mini crock pots. You can pick them up anywhere. All they have is low and high. You can even get them at like secondhand stores or Walmart. They sell them for like $13. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get 2 cups of oil, and I'm going to pour it over. Okay. And I think actually I'm going to add just a little bit more, maybe half a cup more. All right. So my crock pot is filled up 3/4 of the way between the oils and the ginger. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to stir it, make sure it all gets nice and coated. Okay. And then once that's all done, what you're going to do is you're just going to set it on low. And you're going to let it sit there for 2 to 2.5 hours. Okay, so what this is going to do is you're actually going to have ginger oil. Yes, the exact same ginger oil that they're trying to push on you on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook for $13 for a little tiny bottle. All right, and this is way better, especially if you're using organic ginger, which you should. So when you do this, you definitely want to use organic ginger. And the second thing you want is you want a good quality oil. All right, this is why they charge you a little higher. I use avocado oil in mine. You can use grapeseed oil, avocado oil, olive oil. Just make sure it's a good high heat quality oil. So after the 2.5 hours, I like to leave mine 2.5 hours because I really like to get all that stuff out of the ginger, all the good qualities out of it. You end up with something like this. Right? There's your ginger oil. So what you're going to do is you're just going to strain it. You're going to take all the ginger out, and you're going to be left with the oil. So the next thing I do is I label it 6 months out. So if today is March 13, April, May, June, July, August, September 13th. That's what you want to put here. Okay, that's the expiration date, because usually it's 6 months. After 6 months, the oil will go rancid and you no longer want to use it. So I'm going to show you what to do with this. Okay, so one of the things that I like to do with it is, my favorite is, if you have any kind of kidney pain, you rub it, right? You warm it up. Make sure you warm it up first, and you can put it on your kidneys. So you rub it on your kidneys and it takes away the kidney pain, right? So that's number 1. Number 2, and this is also my favorite, is your thymus gland. So I like to rub some on my thymus gland. I also like to rub it underneath your chin, because what happens is that ginger oil is a lymphatic drainer, right? So it helps drain the lymphatic fluid. The way I found out about this is because I had a really bad, horrible car accident years ago, and my lymphatic fluid doesn't drain too well in my left leg. So after I take a shower, I take my oil and I put it on my leg, and it helps to drain that lymphatic fluid. Another thing is right underneath your armpits right here, Some women, you know, you get that fatty deposit, and or even men, right? And that is because you have a bunch of lymph nodes down here. So I like to put it on there. If you don't like to do it a lot, you can do it before your shower. So you can put it on, leave it on for like 10-15 minutes, and then you can wash it off in the shower. You don't have to leave it overnight. I like to leave mine overnight. I like to wear an old shirt that I don't care about, and I put it on, and that's what I do. If you have a little bit of a bulgy tummy, or you've had a C-section, or sometimes, you know, that little extra fat that's down here, that's usually not fat. It's usually the lymphatic fluid. You have your drainage that comes up and into your kidneys. So sometimes that drainage isn't working correctly. So what I like to do after I take a shower is I like to dip my hands in it and I rub it all over my tummy to keep that lymphatic fluid moving. And so you don't get all that stored lymphatic fluid in there, which makes it look like you're carrying all this extra weight. Right? So another one is like right underneath your chin right here, right? This is all lymphatic fluid that's not draining correctly. So I like to rub it on the sides where my lymphatic system is, and I like to rub it underneath here so everything flows, right? So it's great. But I mean, it's not just where all your lymphatic stuff is. Like, I don't mind, like I dip mine, and I don't even mind putting it on my arms and stuff because it actually has a really good smell, right? So anywhere you put it on, has that beautiful ginger smell, and it's also great for your lymphatic system. Another thing that it's great for is like the women or the men that you wake up with those puffy faces, right? And your face is all puffy and all, that's just lymphatic fluid that is not draining from your face. So before I go to bed at night, I like to put it on my face. I put it all over my face. I put it all in through here. And in the morning you wake up and you don't have that puffiness. You don't have that swollenness, right? Because you're draining that lymphatic fluid off your face, off your thymus gland, off your neck, you know, and all this stuff. So this is a great way to make your own at home without having to spend, because I couldn't even imagine buying a little 2-ounce bottle with as much as I use it, and for all the stuff that I use it, you know, having to squeeze it out and put it underneath your armpits and, you know, and on my tummy. And I would go through one of those little 2-ounce bottles in a matter of a week. And this way, you know, you get quite a bit, you know, and you can use, it's up to you. So if you want, you can fill it up all the way to the top with oil and, you know, fill it more than halfway with ginger. You can make it as strong as you want. So I had a lot of ginger, so I figured this time I was going to make it really, really strong. Okay, so save yourself the money. Don't order from all these companies that, you know, because I see all the people underneath these videos, oh, I need that, oh, I want that, you know, and where can I get mine? And it's like, you can make it at home. Make it at home, save yourself a lot of money, get all that nice lymphatic drainage going. And like I said, even if you have like edema in your legs, that's just not even water, it's actual lymphatic fluid, it's stuff that's not moving. So it's great to even put on your legs if you have that issue. So there you go. I mean, save yourself the money. You can either pay $16 for a little 2-ounce bottle, or you can have, you know, 20 ounces for the price of, I think this one cost me $8. So, you know, so for $8, you get all these ounces as opposed to, you know, double the money and you get less. So there you go. So there you have it. All right. So please, once again, stay happy. I'm going to keep you healthy and doing it for a lot less money, which we definitely need to do these days because getting into a doctor these days is like, you know, it's like it takes an act of God to get in to see a doctor or a specialist. And, you know, you want to stay healthy and you want to do it on a budget because there's so many things that you can actually do at home that, you know, are simple. You can have your own little pharmacy at home without having to worry. And like if the kids get congestion in their chest or whatever, I put the ginger oil on there and I put like a heating pad on their chest or a warm rag. So it helps them to breathe and stuff. Stuff smells great. I shouldn't say tastes great. Smells great. But like I said, label it out 6 months because you don't want to use it once it's rancid. And just make sure that if you use you want to put it in a glass container. You don't want to use plastic. You want to use it in a glass container. And if it's not dark, what I do is I take like a lunch bag and I put it inside the lunch bag, and then I put it up in my cupboard, because you want to keep it dark so that it stays nice and fresh for you a lot longer. All right, we'll see you next week with more tips and tricks on how to stay healthy at home. All right, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.